Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I made a video, since I found out about my BFP. I'm so sorry about that, but I'm here to basically give you all the information, what's been going on, a step-by-step occurrence of what happened since I found my BFP. So the first thing most people would like to know is, what were my symptoms up until my BFP? If you watched the other video, I did say I had really bad headaches. That was my number one symptom, but I had heartburn. All my pregnancies, I've had heartburn, and I had slight nausea with certain meals that I ate or consumed. And that's really the only thing that I had. I felt kind of great, you know, so it kind of worried me a lot. I felt great, and that really worried me most of the time. But lo and behold, I had a BFP and I was pregnant. So don't let the no symptoms make you feel like your IVF didn't work, or you didn't get pregnant this month, or it wasn't your month. I had almost no symptoms majority of the time. I did have the cramping in my legs that I also always have during implantation for every single IVF cycle. So those were a few things, but it wasn't as prominent as usual. So you can't really go by your symptoms. You know, that blood test or that pink line is what it is. So after my BFP, the symptoms that I started having was I still had the headaches off and on. I became very hungry. That's not usual for me. Like, I don't really have a huge appetite, and I was very hungry and eating everything and craving things. I've never had cravings in any of my pregnancy, and I was like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? I wanna have this fit pregnancy. I don't wanna gain any weight. I wanna be super healthy. I'm gonna do this healthy pregnancy thing. First few weeks was a disaster. I ate everything and anything that I wanted to. I was eating more meat products, and you guys most know that I am plant-based. I was craving meat. Now, I'm not really craving meat, and my appetite is very small. And when I do want something, I want it there and then 5 minutes later, I don't want it anymore. It's really crazy. Excuse all the noise in the background. I'm in my living room, my baby's home, my husband's on the grill, and like, they don't even care. They're just making a whole bunch of noise. So please bear with me. And then I get slight nausea. Like right now, I'm having a small nausea attack. I do get a little thirsty, very thirsty, and that's really about it. I had some cramps the other day. Kind of was scaring me because, you know, getting to that past your first trimester is like your biggest thing for you, you know. It's really scary when you're trying to get past your first trimester. Any little cramp, you know, I'm always checking to make sure, like, oh my God, am I bleeding? You know, all these different emotions are going through, and you're basically just trying to make it through. So I was reading somewhere that when you get to 8 weeks, your chances of miscarriage drop by a certain percentage, almost 50%. And once you get to 12 weeks, it's like almost 90% less of a chance you have a miscarriage. So, you know, the goal is to get to 12 weeks past my first trimester. And then for me, because I have incompetent cervix, it is getting past the 24 viability mark. That's where I get a little freaked out. So it's gonna be rough for me. What am I taking for medication? I am still on a Crenone, which right now is a heart attack. It's just really hard because my medication went up. My insurance covers it, but I have to pay a $160 copay for 30. And I'm gonna be on that for maybe another 60 days. So I have to pay that about 2 more times. So that's really hard. Had to pay it today, $160. Had to bite the bullet. There's no generic. There's nothing you can do. Crenone. I'm on the Crenone. I'm still taking my progesterone and oil injections, and they hurt. My butt hurt. It's super sore, and it drives me nuts. Okay. What else am I taking for drugs? I am taking Estrace pills, which is estrogen. I'm taking 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. That's 8 units per day. 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. And then I'm taking my prenatal pill, which everyone takes, and folic acid. I am not taking any metformin. I haven't taken metformin my whole pregnancy, even trying to get pregnancy, even though it was prescribed for me. It doesn't work with my body. I just ate right, and I didn't need to put metformin. If I was taking it, it'll be soon time for me to get off of it anyway. So the next thing we really want to talk about is this blood glucose test. That's the next thing that's coming up for me. I have not made my appointment with my OBGYN yet. I will be soon. The reason why I didn't do that is because they would like the records from my fertility doctor, and I haven't had an ultrasound yet. So on Friday, I would have my first ultrasound at about 7 weeks pregnant, and then I would have one a week later at 8 weeks pregnant. They'll send all my documents, all my medical records to my OBGYN in my local area that I went to for all my pregnancies. And then they will set an appointment for me to talk to a midwife for them to reconfirm pregnancy. Even though they have all that information, they still make me reconfirm. Like, it's so crazy, but that's their rules. And then I would have an appointment with my OBGYN after I meet the midwife, where they will do their own ultrasound and then set up my treatment plan. My treatment plan usually goes like this. I will be a regular patient up until approximately 16 weeks, where I start doing cervical checks once a week. After my cervical checks, I also start taking Makena shots in around 18 to 20 weeks, and I take that up until I'm almost 30 weeks. And then, because I am plus size, I went through IVF and probably have gestational diabetes. Fingers crossed that I don't have it. I will do the non-stress test when I get to about 26 weeks. So that's a whole lot. So that's really why I don't want to have gestational diabetes. Also, it's not as healthy for your child. Your child can be bigger, healthy, preterm labor, weight gain. I don't want to take insulin. So that's why I was talking about this whole fit pregnancy, and I will also notate it and vlog my fit pregnancy. As you can see, it hasn't been working the way I wanted it to work, because I've been eating whatever I want lately. My birthday just passed. I had this whole throwback battle of the decades, the 70s versus 80s versus 90s, and it was amazing. I had so much fun. I ate what I want, which I really didn't eat a lot, as crazy as it is, and we just had a really good time. Few people found out I was pregnant this weekend because it was kind of hard to hide it. Just family members not knowing, and some knew and this slipped, and people were like, oh my God, congratulations. But you know what? Like I said, I'm not letting the devil steal my joy. I'm pregnant. I'm not hiding it from anybody. If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. It's not nothing to announce or anything to hide. I'm trusting in the Lord that I won't have to worry about the aftermath of miscarriage, because that is not in my future. God does not have that in my future, and my baby is going to be healthy. And approximately February 28th, 2020, I will meet my baby boy or girl. So some people said, or asked me and my husband, what do we want? We really want another boy, but I am happy with whatever God blesses us with. Some days I think I do want a girl, but I'm cheap. So I know that a boy's easier. We already have all the stuff. We don't have to buy anything. Like, it'd be so easy. But a little mini me, come on, that'll be amazing. But again, we're just happy no matter what it is, you know. So, you know, we'll see. So I have my little, you know, my phone looks really gross. And I have some notes. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything. So I had 4 betas. The first beta, which they told me I was pregnant, was 88. The second beta was 444. My third beta was 7,444. And my fourth beta today, they didn't tell me because they stopped counting after that. It doesn't make any sense. They told me, well, my doctor, it said, it doesn't matter. We're going to have an ultrasound. Ultrasound will tell me. I will have another blood work done come Monday, and that's just to check on my estrogen and progesterone again. So that's that. All the betas were approximately 4 days apart, so they more than doubled in a 2-day span. I have an ultrasound July the 12th, and then a week later, July the 19th. So at 7 and 8 weeks pregnant. I also already told you guys about the whole gestational diabetes thing and what's gonna happen. Hopefully I pass. I do mine earlier because I had it prior. Most people do not take that test until about 20 weeks, but I'm plus size and I also have a history of gestational diabetes. So I know very soon I'll be taking that test and I'll let you guys know what the outcome was. I should be prepping for it by walking, eating healthy, and just getting my body prepared for it, but we'll see what happens. I'm just trying my best. My symptoms as of right now is that I am hungry. I have the nausea off and on with certain things that I eat. Sometimes I have no appetite. Sometimes I have a outrageous appetite. Super thirsty, the off and on cramping, and that's really about it. So that's all that's been going on. Okay, that's all that has been going on for the last few weeks, 4, 5, and week 6 of pregnancy. I will be doing vlogs monthly because right now weekly, what is there to tell you guys? Not much. Oh, I wanted to show y'all something that I use for all my pregnancies, and it's an app called the pregnancy app. I think that's what it's called. Pregnancy Plus, something like that. I think it's called Pregnancy Plus. I don't know. But if you can see on my phone right there. Yeah. Unlocks it and it just tells you how many more days I have until I have my baby, basically. I'm on day 45. I am 6 weeks and 3 days per this app. It has a lot of really good information about, hey, today the baby's the size of a grain of rice, a cucumber, or whatever. So those are some things that you will have in there. It'll tell you about your appointments, things that you should be paying attention to, morning sickness, tips and tricks. It's a whole community. I love it. You can take pictures of yourself to watch your bump, and you can look at pictures of bumps at not bumps, but like 3D images and ultrasounds of what a baby should look like in each stage. So that's kind of fun for me. I like to go see like what's coming up and things like that. One of the weirdest things that I've noticed, and I'm only like almost 7 weeks and my stomach is already starting to protrude. Some people tell me because I've been pregnant a previous time before, I will show a lot earlier, and I think that's gonna happen because my last 3 pregnancies I didn't show until almost my babies were due, or not at all. And my mom has been like that, my sisters are like that, but this time I'm feeling a little bloated in the stomach area, so we'll see what happens. And then before I go, this message is for all my ladies who are still TTCing and have the courage to even watch this video. Because me, I would have been watching this video and crying and, happy for the person, but sad for myself. And I just want to tell you that there is a God, and He is faithful in everything, Like, I was 2, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, was that person watching these YouTube videos, trying to figure out what is wrong with me, crying and trying to figure out when is my time? When am I gonna have my baby? When am I gonna be happy? Why do I keep losing my babies? And God made a way for me. He made a way for my husband, my family. And I just know that when God makes a promise to you, and He's not gonna lie. He's not someone who can lie to you. I was faithful. And even though you can't see it physically, you gotta be able to see it with your faith, because faith is better than your physical sight. I know it might sound crazy to some people who don't understand that, but please believe that prayer works. Pray, talk to the Lord, and He will pave a way for you. I know you're saying, girl, you're saying that because you're not in it. I was there. I was that person, and I know. Oh, my faith was wavered so bad, and I know. And now look, second baby, and this time, no problems, no complications, no surgeries, none of that. Like that, it happened. So it happened for me. It can happen for you. Trust the process, trust your doctor, do your research, fight for your family. And that's really all I got for you guys. I will talk to you when I know more about what's going on. Have a blessed day, and Tanya Renee is out. Bye, guys.